Stampers. My name is Linda Bedinger, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. I've got kind of a hoarse voice this morning. I think I'm catching a cold. This is my buddy Puccini, who keeps me company in the craft room. And we have a very pretty Christmas card for you today. And this is a Christmas card that was designed by one of my lovely team members and my good friend Sandy Ship. And Sandy's here in the Denver metro area. She's actually located in Littleton, Colorado. And I asked her if I could remake her card, and she agreed. So let's just get started. Here is the card, and it's really a very pretty design, and it's got material here for decoration on the inside. And what it takes to make this card is we start with a real red card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And I'll just give this one more burnish. Then we have a piece of Evening Evergreen, and this piece of Evening Evergreen is 4 inches by 4 inches. It's going to sit right up here on the card. Then we have a piece of gold foil that is 3.5 by 3.5. Then we have this piece of designer series paper that is 3 inches by 3 inches. That goes there. Then we have there's a little piece of Evening Evergreen for our greeting that's going to sit right across here. And this piece is a 1/2 inch by 1 1/4. And then we have this designer series paper from the same paper pack, Boughs of Holly. And that one is going to sit this way on the card. And then she used this, what is it? It's like tinsel paper, tinsel ribbon. And I don't have any of that, but I do have some of our gold shimmer ribbon that I thought would look pretty good across the bottom here. Then for the inside of the card, we have this piece of Very Vanilla that is 4 by 5 1/4. And this piece of the designer series paper that is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 inches that's going to sit along here. Then, using our punch, whose name I can never remember, but I will put it on the screen for you, I have cut some Evening Evergreen leaves and some gold leaves, and I have cut some red flowers, some green flowers, and some gold flowers. And that is what I think we'll use to make this card. So the very first thing we can do is, before I forget, is wrap my ribbon around this piece, because I'm pretty good at forgetting that, and then having glued it down, have to take it back off again. So we need a piece that is roughly about 5 inches, and I'm going to just cut that and then just cut this end off a little bit here. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit of glue. Let's see, and usually I use dot runner, but I don't see it here. And I'm going to put some seal on the back of this ribbon so that it will stay put once it's down. And I'm going to center that on this piece of designer series paper and then anchor it around the back. And there we go. That piece is all ready to go right down here. Okay. Now then, these pieces can all be adhered together. She didn't pop any of these up, and I might just pop this top piece up here, although the season's greeting is popped up, so maybe not. So I'm going to just go ahead and get these items prepared to go on the front of my card. So this piece is going to go right here, centered on the top with a similar margin all the way around. And then this piece is going to go down here, leaving a little gap so we see the red. So I'm going to go ahead and add my seal. It's just a beautiful card, and it's really quite simple. It's just a few layers, but the impact I thought was really pretty. So here we go. And so this is pretty much a fast and easy Christmas card with a big punch. So there we go, that's on there now. Now our piece of gold foil, that is again, I think this one is 3.5 by 3.5. And put that centered on this piece with a similar margin all the way around. And finally this piece. Again, centered on my gold foil. And there, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, it's just such a pretty card. Now we can go ahead and get the interior put together as well, because what we're going to do is add this piece to our very vanilla, and she ran hers right to the edge, and I think I'm going to leave a little bit of a margin on mine. And there we go, that's all ready to go. And that piece can get glued down to the inside of the card as well. There we go. All right. Now then, we just need to add our decorations and do our stamping. Okay, well, I've decided to use my Christmas Wishes stamp instead. I don't have that one, and so I'm going to use that, and I've got a piece that is 3/4 of an inch by 2.5. And then my Christmas Wishes will just fit on here perfectly. So again, 3/4 of an inch by 2.5 inches, maybe a smidge longer than that. And I'm going to do that in gold embossing powder. So I've got my Versamark ink here and my embossing buddy. And be generous with that embossing buddy. And then I've got my Christmas Wishes stamp here, and I'm going to put that down. I need a cushion for this because this one is photopolymer, and I want to give myself the best chance for success here. So I'm going to center my Christmas Wishes on this little piece of paper, and stamp that, and there's my Christmas Wishes. You can probably even see that on this darker paper. Now I've got my gold embossing powder here, and I'm just gonna dip that in the gold embossing powder, just like that. And I've got my heat tool, and I will quiet the video while I heat my sentiment. Okay, there is my Christmas wishes, and I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals and put that into place right here on my card, sort of lining up with the edge of this Evening Evergreen piece and to the side. Now I've got some leaves and some flowers here, and I think I'm just going to start with some of these leaves right up here. I think that will work. And tuck those leaves right down there, and then maybe add just a couple of these Evening Evergreen leaves also, at least a small amount of them. And you know, I think I'm going to switch to the liquid glue because I don't have my dot runner here. So I'm going to add just a little dab of glue there and put that in place right in here as well. And there we go. All right. Now I'm going to take more of these gold leaves and run them down the side here, and I think I'm going to nip this one off as well and put that in place right down here. There we go. All right, I will just add some glue to that and put that in place. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And I think on this one, what I'm just going to do is take a green leaf add it to the bottom down here, just like that. There we go. All right, so there we go, and that is the outside of my card done. Now on the inside, I thought I would add some of these little red flowers right down here, and that is my card. Now I am going to add a few champagne rhinestones to this. It's plenty shiny, but I don't have any texture on here. I don't have, well, I do have this piece of ribbon down here, but nothing up top here, and I'm thinking that it could use just a little dab here. So I'm going to add a champagne rhinestone right in there, and maybe one right up here, and one more right down here. And so that is it. That's my project for the day. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. Oh, there comes my grandson. Come on in. You want to meet the people in the on the video? Huh? You want to come meet the people on the video? If I pick up my camera? No. No? Okay. He's going to be shy. He doesn't want to meet you. You can only hear him. And so that's it for me. I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.